Hi, I'm Christina. Welcome to The Void. We're here with the Bennies on a park bench because that's the way we roll. Yeah. You're kind of like Sublime's Australian cousin if you were on like a police chase, but like a Scooby-Doo police chase, like in the Dream Machine, and like it's one of those ones where you don't end up in jail. It's like you like throw a couple of like garbage cans in front of them and then you climb over a wall. Yeah. Is that an intentional thing?
Oh wait, so we are that? Or is
Yeah,
that?
I think you are that. I think you are actually that.
Getting busted is the intentional part. Yeah, it's kind of like you would have got away with it, you meddling kids, but you got away with it.
Is partying in China different?
As much fun as you want. You can buy fireworks off like an 8-year-old at a store that sells.
Did you do that?
Yeah, fuck yeah. That sells like used tyres. Yeah, they sell like used tyres. We got fireworks there and stuff. The only thing that's different about partying in China, like, I feel like we partied with dudes like or people that were older than what we'd party with here. So like here we're partying, like 20-year-olds and stuff like that. It seemed like we were partying like 40-year-olds there or something.
There's a lot of like dudes just rocking in, like kind of cross-eyed going, Jules! And it's like, yeah, it's like you do get the rice wine spirit, right? Which is full of falling downstairs and memories and grand pianos in lobby bars and stuff like that.
We couldn't necessarily speak Chinese. Their English wasn't great, but everyone could speak a high five and a cheers. And so that really got everything off on a great level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you could instantly master any other genre, what would it be? Would you be an opera singer? Would you be like a porn funk band?
I would like to think that we got a little bit of porno in our songs.
I think there is a bit of porno there.
A bit of bass wire on it, so that's kind of porno sometimes.
You're already halfway there.
Graphic as fuck.
What would your porn star name be?
Isn't it like
Your first pet and your street name. Yeah, actually, let's go there.
I'd be Percy Florence.
Yeah, mine'd be Yogurt Webster.
Fuck yeah, man.
Amazing.
General Belinda.
You guys have a thing called heavy disco. What is the story there? Is it about heavy discos?
There's this guru, Ram Dass,
Yes.
who was like Lennon's guru. He's a pretty fucking good dude. He's
Good guru.
he's a chiller, like, and chiller goes a long way in our books. But he has a saying that is, you can do it life in general. You can do it like there's a great big fucking weight on your shoulders, or you can do it like it's part of the dance. And sometimes that dance is a heavy disco.
That's pretty powerful. What is the dirtiest thing you've ever done in front of a bunch of people?
I once drunk a jug of urine on stage.
Really? Whose urine was it?
Like mine and a couple other people's and stuff. It wasn't in this band though. It was in a different band, but that happened and I was like instant regret. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I cannibalized in another band, the Dead Skin. Like he got really bad sunburn. Ty Hooper, good friend of mine, and we like I was helping him pull the skin off his back, and for 4 schooners of Coopers, I ate it.
Did you drink the beers really fast?
No, I had it afterwards and it tasted kind of good. And then there's that sweet AJJ, Andrew Jackson G had, that the people who can eat other people are the best people in the world, because it, like self-sufficient and stuff. Like it's not quite pissing in your mouth, but it kind of gets there,
If you were a drag queen, who would be like the girl that you kind of channel and
Tina
stuff?
Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yep.
That's some good. You got the hair for it.
I love Tina Turner.
Really?
Yeah, I've got so much respect, like, especially like being a woman who went through some weird fucking eye can turn of domestic violence, and she rose above it like a fucking phoenix, like hung out with rugby players and stuff, like just having a good time, just doing shit, like, yeah. And that, just like that frilly, what's that called? Those fucking, is it a boa? Like, yeah. Just powerful, man. Like, yeah, respect. I just love her, yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
I'd go Blondie, I reckon.
Yeah, I think you'd make a good blondie.
Yeah,
Totally. You've got a blondie element. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be mine.
Stevie Nicks for me. I like the mystical element of her vibe, and also perhaps cross-dressing would be quite mystical for me.
I'd just like to say that I'd really like to see the Bennies in this milieu at some point in the future. Like I really.
Jennies.
Yeah.
I would genuinely love that. Like, it's so good just to be Tina for a night. Nutbush City, like just fucking, like just, yeah.
Are you guys making any music soon, or?
Yeah, well,
Shit, I'm just like.
It's made a fuckload, mate.
Yeah, I know, but like more.
We just finished recording an album.
And it's not out.
It's not out. It'll be out in March.
Okay, we should actually talk about that.
We end up recording pretty much 2 albums worth of material.
That's a lot.
We're
going
gonna
to do like
an album out now, and then probably aim to put the other one out, but in the meantime get sick of the songs and re-record something else and put that out instead.
What surprised us was that, like, doing this whole tour of duty, like, which has been in a band and stuff like that, you get better, and also like we like to push ourselves, and so as far
down the stairs,
the psychotic process of making an album, right, I consider it to be, like, we really went out of our comfort zone and tried to do that. And we're very proud as a result of, like, it's the hardest thing I've ever worked on in my life.
Really?
You know, fuck school, all that shit, like, fuck jobs, like, I hate jobs. I love my job, Joe.
That's pretty.
But, like, at the end of the day, we choose to do this, and when we poured a lot of our DNA into these songs, and it's like, there is a theme. The theme is, like, just fucking do it. And don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Like, just make your fucking
Just start.
And also, like, have confidence with, like, small ideas become big, wonderful things. Like, Paul Kelly wrote a song about that sort of shit. It's true. It's seemingly idiotic, banal, fucking rubbish comes out like shit hot goodness.
Yeah. Is there a power ballad?
Yeah, there's an opus. Obviously, if you don't, like, yeah, if you like to dance and you're not a violent person and you're fucking wonderful, yeah, you'll dig it.
How did you pick the songs on the first thing that's going to come out?
It was hard because, you know, when you birth a child, you don't want to pick your favourite, but ultimately we had a flock of children. We sent a few of them into the cupboard and we kept our favourite children.
Into the cupboard?
Yeah.
12 children, and we were exhausted after it. Understandably, what's that sort of...
Would have really hurt.
Well, yeah, there's a fair old amount of effort that goes into one child, so imagine 12. Right, and imagine 4 people who try to procreate. Like, you know, it's
Exhausting.
Yeah, and none of us have a womb. Yeah, so it's kind
bloody. Was any bloodshed? It sounds like it was hard.
No, there wasn't any bloodshed. There was plenty of brain cells shed though.
Yeah. No,
It was a bloodbath in terms of losing brain cells.
you've lost all your brain cells.
Massacre.
Like a Dutch coven, if you will.
Dutch coven.
You were like a Dutch coven.
There should be a nightclub called the fucking Sauna where we perform.
I might avoid the place, to be honest.
Well, it's real clean.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So yeah,
Cesspool or something.
mate. Wear your thongs in the shower. Wear your thongs in the shower when you go to take a piss.
Do you know the roadie speech in Wayne's World 2? Can you recite it? I can. I just wanted to see if anyone else can.
He had to beat him to death with his own shoes. No, I don't. I know the big.
I just thought I'd check. It was in Sri Lanka, formerly Ceylon, when one of us had to get 1,000 brown M&Ms to fill a brandy glass, or Ozzy wouldn't go on stage that night. So Jeff Beck pops his head round the door and mentions there's a little sweet shop on the edge of town. So we go, and it's closed. So there's me and Keith Moon and David Crosby breaking into this little sweet shop, right? Now, instead of a guard dog, they've got this bloody great big Bengal tiger. I managed to take out the tiger with a can of mace, but the shopkeeper and his son, that's a different story altogether. Had to beat them to death with their own shoes.
That is fucking amazing.
Well done.
Yeah.
It's what brain cells I lost keeping that in my head, you know? Like, you won't...
It's like in the Simpsons when he's like, Marge, I don't like learning anything new. Anytime I learn something new, it just pushes out something old. It's like that time I took that winemaking course. I forgot how to drive.
What do you think Vladimir Putin would be like to get stoned with?
He might start off like a lightweight, but by the end of the session, he'll be like trying to outsmoke everyone and probably do it.
Rolling the biggest 3 papers.
Yeah.
Like,
He'd totally be that fucking dude the next day who told you everything you did last night. He'd be that fuck. Yeah.
can we take this moment just to promote something? We're starting up a club in Melbourne. It's on King Street. It's called Fucking Sauna. Come down. $10 entries on Wednesday nights.
No pants.
Fuckingsauna.com.au.
No pants. There's no pants. You can't wear pants.
The sandals.
This is The Void. This is the Bennies. They got to go play a show now. Woo!